Hey there, nostalgia lovers! Welcome to Nostalgia Area. Do you remember waking up on a Saturday morning when the only thing on your mind was a giant bowl of sugary, crunchy goodness? Or the absolute thrill of digging through the box hoping you'd score a piece with a fruity filling? These cereals were the kings of the breakfast aisle, the stuff of childhood legend. And then, poof, one by one they vanished. But what if I told you most of them didn't just fade away? Nope, they were killed by failed mascots, bitter corporate rivalries, design flaws, and scandals they'd hoped you'd forget. Their stories are a wild mix of marketing genius gone wrong, bizarre flavor experiments, and boardroom drama worthy of a soap opera. Trust me, there's at least one cereal on this list you forgot even existed, and one scandal that still makes fans furious. So grab a spoon as we dive into these shocking reasons these 10 beloved cereals were forced into retirement. Kicking off our list is a cereal that practically screamed the 90s, Spangles.
New Sprinkle Spangles cereal? It's got sprinkles!
Launched by General Mills in 1993, the concept was a childhood dream. Star-shaped sugar cookie cereal covered in rainbow sprinkles. Their commercials featured a very enthusiastic genie voiced by Dom DeLuise.
Whoa, a genie!
A sprinkle genie!
I wish we had sprinkles.
Granting kids wishes for a sprinkle-loaded breakfast. So why did this magical sugar bomb last only about a year? While plenty of kids loved it, sales were unimpressive. The flavor was divisive. Some said it was yummy. Others said it was overwhelmingly sweet. And then there were those who claimed the sprinkles were sharp and left an oily coating in their mouths. Nothing like a little roof-of-your-mouth damage to start the day. Despite being one of the most requested discontinued cereals today, its gimmick wasn't strong enough to keep it alive back then. But don't worry, the gimmicks get way weirder from here. In 1987, General Mills asked a dangerous question. What if we just let kids eat ice cream for breakfast? The result was ice cream cone cereal.
With the great taste of ice cream cones, new ice cream cone cereal.
Complete with tiny cones and little scoops in vanilla, chocolate, or chocolate chip. Kids could literally build mini ice cream cones in their bowls, which was either adorable or a dentist's nightmare. Despite the fun mascot Ice Cream Jones and the brilliant concept, the cereal was discontinued within the same year. It made a small comeback in 2003 without the mascot and only in the chocolate chip flavor. But by then, the novelty had melted away. And believe me, this isn't the last cereal on this list that disappeared faster than a summer ice cream cone. For over 50 years, a quiet monarch ruled the back corner of the cereal aisle, King Vitaman.
Now, they originally wanted to call it King Vitaman, spelled correctly.
Launched in 1968, it was marketed as a healthier cereal with more vitamins and less sugar. It went through several mascots, including a cartoon by the creators of Rocky and Bullwinkle, and later a live-action king played by actor George Mann. After an impressively long reign, King Vitaman was quietly discontinued in 2019. No scandal, no drama, just declining sales and fading relevance. Sometimes even cereal royalty can't fight time. But don't get too comfortable. Our next cereal definitely does involve a little drama. In the late 1980s, Nintendo was unstoppable. And in 1988, Ralston Cereals decided to capitalize on the frenzy with the Nintendo cereal system. The box literally came with two separate bags, one with fruity Mario shapes and one with berry-flavored Zelda shapes. If you had this box at school lunch, you were basically cafeteria royalty. But like a console with no new games, the hype wore off. The cereal was discontinued in 1989, just a year later. A rare, collectible fan favorite today, but nowhere near as long-lasting as the games themselves. And speaking of fan favorites that refuse to die, launched in 1995, French Toast Crunch was the delicious maple-flavored sibling to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those tiny toast-shaped pieces were iconic. For over a decade, it was a breakfast staple. But in 2006, General Mills abruptly discontinued it and the U.S. fans were not happy. Petitions, forums, Facebook groups. People basically staged a digital protest, and it worked. In 2014, General Mills resurrected it, a rare example of a cereal brought back from the dead by sheer fan power. But don't worry, because now we move from a comeback story to a cereal that got outsmarted by children. Quick question before we continue. Did you try any of these cereals growing up?
Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, oh.
Let us know in the comments. We are curious how many of you remember these early picks. Imagine a cereal that was also a game. That was the idea behind Hidden Treasures, launched in 1993. Sweetened corn squares, some hollow, some with fruity filling. Cherry, grape, orange. You never knew which one you'd get. Kids loved the mystery. But then the kids got too clever. They discovered that the filled pieces had visible seams, meaning you could tell exactly which ones had treasure just by looking. Game over, literally. Once the mystery was gone, so was the excitement. General Mills discontinued it in 1995. This one didn't fail. It got solved faster than a cheat code. Most people know the big three monster cereals, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Boo Berry. But in 1974, they introduced a fourth, Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute with my fruit-flavored cereal, Fruit Brute.
Featuring fruit-flavored cereal with lime marshmallows. But Fruit Brute always felt like the odd one out. The werewolf mascot looked more like a friendly dog wearing rainbow suspenders than a monster. And the multi-fruit flavor didn't stand out like chocolate, strawberry, or blueberry. After 8 years, Fruit Brute was discontinued in 1982 due to weak sales. It later found second life as a quirky Easter egg in Quentin Tarantino movies, but not enough to resurrect the cereal. Our next entry, however, involves a celebrity whose cereal was once unstoppable, until it wasn't. In the 1980s, Mr. T was everywhere, and in 1984, Quaker Oats launched Mr. T cereal.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
Sweetened corn and oat pieces shaped like the letter T. The taste was similar to Captain Crunch, but the real appeal was the man himself. Kids loved it. The cereal stuck around for 9 years, which is practically a century for a celebrity tie-in product. But by the early 90s, Mr. T's fame had cooled. The A-Team had ended, his appearances dwindled, and the cereal's relevance faded with it. It was discontinued in 1993, a classic case of hype outlasting the star who created it. Before flavor-changing straws, there was Crazy Cow.
Crazy Cow! Oops. The nutritious cereal that makes chocolate-flavored milk.
A 1970s cereal coated in flavored powder that turned your milk into either chocolate or strawberry. Kids absolutely loved watching the milk change color. So why did this magical cereal vanish? It was discontinued in the early 80s, but the reason it never came back is pretty strange. The fun, goofy name, Crazy Cow, eventually became associated with something very not fun, mad cow disease, a fatal neurological crisis that dominated headlines in the late 80s and 90s. Even though the cereal had nothing to do with the disease, the name was suddenly toxic for marketing. Sometimes a cereal isn't killed by flavor, but by world events. And finally, the most dramatic cereal saga of them all, Oreo O's.
Dream Cream Oreo O's, part of this good breakfast.
Launched in 1997, it tasted exactly like Oreo cookies. Fans were obsessed. Kids, teens, adults, everyone wanted it. Its downfall wasn't sales. It was a corporate divorce. Post made the cereal. Kraft owned the Oreo name. In 2007, their co-branding agreement ended. Suddenly, Post had the cereal, but not the name. Kraft had the name, but no cereal. The result? Total stalemate. Oreo O's vanished almost everywhere overnight. It finally returned in 2017 after Post and the new Oreo owner patched things up. But in late 2024, Post discontinued it again to make room for a new product, sparking fresh fan outrage. This one wasn't just a cereal. It was collateral damage in a corporate war. The stories of these cereals are more than tales of failed products. They're snapshots of changing tastes, pop culture fads, and ruthless business decisions hidden behind colorful boxes. From the legal battle that doomed Oreo O's to the fading celebrity that retired Mr. T, every cereal has a secret history. These fallen breakfast heroes may be gone, but they're not forgotten. They live on in our memories, in grainy old commercials, and in that weird wave of nostalgia you feel when you walk past today's cereal aisle. So the next time you pour a bowl, take a moment for the forgotten legends of breakfast. What was your favorite childhood cereal that you can't get anymore? Do you remember any of the ones we talked about today? Let us know in the comments. We love reading your stories. And if you want more deep dives into the foods of the past, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.